Hello, beautiful souls, soul family, soul tribe, beings of earth. Welcome back to my channel, Soul Journey. My name is Beck, and today is July 26th. It is a Friday, and I am here doing a reading for the collective conscious. If you like this video and it resonates, please comment down below. I love to hear from you. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, you can head down to my description to my Etsy shop where I offer personal readings. All right, let's get into it. So today we are going to be using the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. We are going to be using the 8 Coins Tarot, Tattoo Tarot, 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot, long name, and the Soulful Woman Guidance cards. So as for those of you who watch my videos, I start with the oracle to kind of come into like a theme of the reading, and then we get into tarot, and then we get into messages from spirit. I feel like I'm forgetting. I guess not. All right, so as we start this reading, I'm going to do a little cleansey cleanse, and just take a few deep breaths. Close your eyes if that's possible, or just take a few deep breaths. Sagey sage. Time and space are relative. You're being cleansed. And just ask spirit to have whatever message needs to come through for you to be clear, that you can receive that it can be open and clear for you, and that what resonates gets integrated and what doesn't gets released. So if you have any questions, definitely comment down below. And here we go. Oh, that's what it was. I am forgetting something. If you would like more clarity on this reading for the energy coming into this reading of what the last week has been, I do recommend checking out last week's reading just to get an idea. And yeah, I am just spacey today. Check out last week's reading. It'll come. Okay, let's get it. All right, today's theme: divine timing. There may be nudity in some of these decks. Just a heads up. There isn't nudity in this one. But divine timing. So I know this is really resonating for me already, so I'm going to try not to project. So divine timing. I think a lot of us are really struggling with this idea of time, especially as we come into the fifth dimension. Time is becoming a little relative, and also things are speeding up really fast. So when things seem slow, that feels weird. Things coming through really quickly is really intense. And there are some things I feel like are coming together for people where if the timing isn't just right, if things don't work just right, it feels like things could fall apart. It feels like things could become chaotic. This can be considered on a mass scale, on the planet, but also in our personal lives. What's going along with that is discernment. Interesting. So I feel like this has to do with acknowledging where our stories are coming from. What stories do we have around why certain things are happening at certain times? Why things are happening around certain things? Being clear on what we want, because oftentimes timing doesn't come through very quickly because we're not clear, because we're not focused. So be aware of where your focus is. Be aware of what's coming through for you and why certain things are happening. So get clear on your vision and your intention, and discerning where your stories are coming through versus what you're really experiencing. When I say really experiencing, of course, that's subjective, but often that has to do with stories. So be aware of where your stories are coming in. All right. The light aspect of this, or the helper cards for this, is freedom. So I feel like there's this feeling of feeling trapped a little bit. And as we step into our freedom of expression, freedom of, a lot of us are being released from things that we've really held on to, and that could feel uncomfortable. But this stepping into trust of divine timing is going to come from these releases, these experiences of freedom, as we step into our freedom, as we kind of step out of old paradigms and old systems. this is really going to help, because as we step into that trust state of our own freedom, we are going to feel the divine timing. We're going to feel the synchronicity because we're going to be getting in tune with that energy. What's going along with that? A lot of cards came out for the Oracle cards today. Playfulness. Oh, I love that. So freedom and playfulness together. So again, coming into more of a state of trust, being more carefree, trusting in the divine timing, trusting in the freedom of divine timing, that you don't have to control everything, but that the greater system, the greater plan, the greater energy is flowing to you as it needs to, that you don't need to control it. What's going to hinder us, or the shadow aspect of that, is union. Ooh, so because this is a shadow aspect, I would say it's a lack of union, feeling very separate, maybe feeling alone, maybe not feeling into that synchronicity, maybe not feeling like things are coming together the way they should. So really feeling separateness. So it's very easy to not trust in divine timing and your freedom and your playfulness when you don't feel like the universe is on your side, when you're feeling disconnected. So be aware of when you feel disconnected. It's also going along with that is choice. So for me, I feel like this means lack of choice, feeling like you aren't in flow, that, you know, things are controlling you instead of you being the creator of your own reality and being in flow and being relaxed and understanding all that's happening. So be aware of that. All right, so let's get into the tarot. So our main energy, oh yeah, there it is. 2 of Cups in reverse. So again, feeling disconnected. A lot of us are having a really hard time trusting this divine timing, trusting the connectiveness of all, feeling like, yeah, feeling alone, feeling like we don't have the right support, feeling like even though we have our backup, we may not feel that it's genuinely there. It's not really going to help. So we're feeling this disconnect. What's going to assist us with that is Judgment in reverse. So, ooh, like 5 different words just came through my head. So let me see if I can connect this. So what's going to assist us is acknowledging our worthiness. We're feeling a lack of worthiness for being connected, for the divine timing, to be in flow. There's a karmic piece in there. There's just a lack of feeling worthy. And so what's going to assist us with this is getting back into our remembrance of our worthiness, our karmic jobs here. But at the same time, it's really weird. Like, the energy that's coming through is interesting for this card. It's almost like getting out of the old stories of those karmic ties, of what it means to be good, what it means to be bad, what it means to just the stories. There's a lot of judgment. And so releasing, there it is, releasing the judgment, because we're not in judgment, we're in judgment in reverse. So what's going to help us is to really just trusting and going, okay, everything's happening the way it needs to. That's really necessary. So Judgment in reverse. Wow, that took a minute to like come through. But it was so obvious right there. Hydration. Okay, moving on. So what's going to be hindering us is, I saw this at the bottom of the deck and I was like, I feel like this is going to come up. This happens all the time. Whatever's at the bottom of the deck, I usually see it and I get this feeling it's going to come up, and then it always does. It's just a thing. I'll shuffle it for like 2 minutes. Still comes up. The Tower. Things are falling apart. And that's going to really make us feel disconnected, because when we think of being connected, it's like everything's working out, everything's great. Not necessarily how it manifests, right? Sometimes the things working out means that we have to get rid of what's no longer serving us, which can be painful if we're really attached to it. So just because it's like, let's get into divine timing, let's get into our freedom and our playfulness, the reason it's feeling uncomfortable and disconnected right now is because you're super attached to all these things. So be aware of the fact that that feeling of the Tower card is going to be hindering us, because it's going to feel so intense. But remember, release the judgment. The Tower is happening. It's crumbling down because there is a new paradigm coming in, because there is a divine timing, because we're coming into a space of more playfulness and freedom. A lot of what we're attached to is really chaining us down, even though it feels comfortable, it's really not creating freedom for us. So be aware of that. What's being released is no longer serving us. And that could feel very uncomfortable because it could be things we're very attached to, but trust that those things ultimately aren't really serving you. So let it happen. I know that's way easier said than done, but be aware of it. Notice your intuitions. Notice what's really coming through for you. I know for me, there are some things that I don't want to be happening anymore, but every time it comes up that I might not have them anymore, I freak out because they're out my comfort zone. So this is coming up for me too. It's coming up for everyone. Get clear, get present, get aware. Get aware of what you actually want versus what you think you want or what feels safe. Okay? Our main energy for these cards is Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so for what's coming up for me is, even though the shift is happening fast, for us, it's time to get grounded in that and make steps. Don't get too caught up in the chaos. Take steps as things come up. Don't worry about the future too much. Let yourself plot along so that you can stay grounded in your decision making. The Knight of Pentacles is a very grounded energy. All the knights are moving forward energy, all of them, but they have different ways of going about it. And the Knight of Pentacles is about like slow and steady wins the race. So allow yourself to make clear decisions. Don't make any decisions out of fear, but you will get to where you need to go as you stay grounded and present. All right, so the next couple cards are Spirit kind of saying, let's be aware of these specific points. So this is directly from Spirit going, here we go. All right, so for the tarot, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm feeling like, ooh, again, a whole bunch just came through. It's interesting because Two of Coins often means balance between work and play, but it also for me came through as creative energy in the physical, being present with your focus. Focus can also represent that balance, integrating in together. If you see this card, she is very focused and she knows what she wants and she's clear and she's balanced. So be aware of bringing that energy again. Again, not stepping into the fear space, but being more present with what you want and clear and focused. That's what's really coming through for me with that. All right, and the last two cards are from the Soulful Woman deck. And we have this card here. Beautiful, beautiful art. Creative cocooning. Creative cocooning is a freedom I give myself. I create a safe nest for peace, healing, and calm. Right. So for me, what I'm feeling is that is calm within the storm. And that goes back to our grounded, our Knight of Pentacles. Staying in our playfulness, staying in our own safe space. So that doesn't mean necessarily in your outer world. The safe space is within you. As long as you're grounded and you're within your own physical temple, the seas can wash over you and you can appreciate the experience and move through it. But creating a sacred creative cocooning around yourself, being aware of the energy you hold in the morning. Tap into your energy, get grounded. I know I keep saying grounded, but I feel like this is really clear right here. Being aware of your energy, putting up your energetic boundaries. And I don't mean cutting yourself off, but just surrounding yourself in light, in good energy, connect in with maybe plant kingdom, maybe connect in with animal kingdom, whatever feels good to you. Connect into those energies, the earthy, grounded energies. That's going to be really helpful. And the second card here is the flow of partnership. The ebb and flow of relationship takes me where I need to be next on my path. Okay, so for me, the first thing that came up when I saw that was the feeling of feeling separate right now. And, you know, feeling really disconnected. So allow those relationships to come in when they feel necessary. If someone is coming in to support you and you really feel like you can be safe with them, engage in it. Even if you're feeling a disconnected feeling that you don't really want to share, maybe you're feeling very tossed and you're feeling like all over the place, let that family, soul family, partner, whoever it is, maybe it's your children, whoever it is, connect in with those and let them ebb and flow. Whoever comes in for you, engage with it. If they take a step back, allow yourself to be present with yourself, and then, you know, however that feels. I feel like if you're also open to this energy, even if you're feeling a disconnect from a community, if if you're really open to this concept of the relationships will come in when they need to, if I need support, they will be there, you're going to actually experience more of that connection going forward. So this is the current energy for the collective right now. It is a lot of intense energy. A lot of us are feeling that shift into Leo. The retrogrades are still happening. Mercury retrograde, I believe, is ending soon, so that's good. I'm not sure about the other retrogrades. I just know there's a lot going on, and I definitely am feeling it. That's what it is. At the beginning of the reading, that was the last thing. The energy readings I do on Fridays so that we can get clear, so that coming into the next week, starting Sunday, we can have that presence. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, so again, get quiet with spirit, ask for whatever messages are supposed to be resonating for you and being taken on, that you can be receiving of them and open, and that anything that doesn't resonate, that it's not for you. Or maybe you'll become clearer down the road and you'll go, oh yeah, right. This message is for the collective consciousness. We're all having different experiences, so it is okay if some of it resonates, some of it doesn't. Just take what serves and leave the rest. So thank you so much for watching. Again, if you like this video, please give it a like and comment down below. I love to hear from you guys. If it resonates, I love connecting with you. And if you feel like this video may help someone, definitely share it or share it on your other platforms. That is also helpful. And I do these readings every week. So if you want to see more readings like this in the future, definitely hit the subscribe button. And also I do other videos on spirituality, self-love, spirit, connecting with spirit, channeling, shadow work, all the yummy stuff, along with some other videos on sustainability, veganism, lifestyle, my plant collection, all the things. So if you're interested in any of those things, definitely subscribe. We have a nice little community we're growing here. It's been really awesome. Yeah. And if you want to see my other social media platforms, those are down in the description down below as well. So thank you so much for watching. You are beautiful souls. Thank you so much for being on the planet at this time. Some serious magic is happening, and I know it's intense. It's kind of crazy, but it's all happening exactly as it should. So engage. This is the time. We're making stuff happen. And this wouldn't be happening if the energy wasn't calling for it, if we as a collective weren't calling for it. So the more we can be in flow, the more we can let go of that resistance and work on our own inner shadows and things like that, the easier it will be. So it's time to go within and get clear. So thank you so much for watching. Many blessings. Namaste. And don't forget, it is all about the soul journey.